From glen to glen and down the mountainside, the summer's gone and all the roses falling. It's you must go and I must bide. And take ye with my memory ever smiling, untrodden earth I'll tarry by your side. And though you leave behind a silver lining, it's you must go and I must bide. But come ye back when summer's in the meadow, or when the valley's hushed and white with snow. It's I'll be here in sunshine or in shadow. Oh Danny boy, I love you so. But when ye come and all the flowers are dying, if I am dead as dead I will maybe, you'll come and find the place where I am lying, and kneel and say an Ave there for me. And I shall hear a soft new tread above me, and oh my grave will warm a sweeter beam, for you will bend and tell me that you love me. Oh Danny boy, and I shall sleep in peace until you come to me.
Thank you all for coming today. Ladies and gentlemen, families and friends, we gather here today to honour and remember a man who lived with quiet strength, deep passion and unwavering love, Neville Birtwistle. Neville was many things: a gifted shipwright, a designer, a builder, a man who found his rhythm in the roll of the sea and the hum of an engine. But above all, he was a family man, a devoted husband, a proud father, a gentle and loving grandfather. Today is a day to mourn his loss, but also to celebrate his life, his values, his craft, and the legacy that he leaves each of you. Neville's life was shaped by the things he loved. His hands told the story of a lifetime of building, not just boats, but memories. He could turn raw timber into something that danced across the ocean, a fusion of skill and intuition. He didn't just build boats, he understood them. He designed them with purpose, with patience and with pride. Every plank, every curve was placed with care, and the same could be said for how he built his life. He also had a need for speed, a love of racing cars that spoke to another part of his spirit. The thrill of motion, the elegance of precision, and the joy of a challenge. But beneath all of that lived something even quite stronger, a quiet devotion to the people he loved. A husband, Neville was a partner in the truest sense, steady, kind and dependable. He built a life rooted in respect and care. As a father, he passed on not only knowledge and skills, but a sense of integrity and a model of what it means to show up, to stay true and to lead by example. And as a grandfather, he softened even more, becoming a source of warmth, of stories and presence. Neville also shared a deep and lasting bond with his 4 brothers, a connection forged in childhood and strengthened over a lifetime. Together they built not just memories, but a brotherhood grounded in loyalty, laughter and mutual respect. I have two poems the family have chosen for me to share on their behalf. I'd like to share the first one with you now. Sometime at eve. Sometime at eve when the tide is low, I shall slip my mooring and sail away, with no response to the friendly hail of kindred craft on the busy bay. In the silent hush of the twilight pale, when the night stoops down to embrace the day, and the voices call in the water's flow, sometime at eve when the tide is low, I shall slip my mooring and sail away. Through the purpling shadows that darkly trail, over the ebbing tide of the unknown sea, I shall fare me away with a deep dip of sail and a ripple of waters to tell the tale of a lonely voyager sailing away to the mystic isles where an anchor lay, the crafts of those who have sailed before, over the unknown sea to the unseen shore. A few who have watched me sail away will miss my craft from the busy bay, some friendly barks that were anchored near, some loving souls that my heart held dear. In silent sorrow will drop a tear, but I shall have peacefully furled my sail, in moorings sheltered from storm or gale, and greeted the friends who have sailed before, over the unknown sea to the unseen shore. And now to share some more personal reflections and stories shaped by love, laughter and a lifetime of memories. I'll now invite some of Neville's family members to come forward. Today they'll share a few memories that capture the heart of the man they were proud to call their father and the presence so many admired.
Thank you, family and friends, for attending today. Our family definitely wanted a close service and very grateful for everyone to be here. My name's Devonport. I'm one of 8 of the children in this close family. Services are very hard, and not all of us will speak today, but Darren and I will work through some of the memories and the stories that we've collected, and a few of us might get up, which is great. And so it won't be a very formal service, and we'll probably share some stories, past, present, and muddle our way through it. I'll start with a little bit of background, and some of you might have your own stories to share and some details to clarify. Early on for Dad, for Neville, obviously born on 19th February 1944 in Smithton to parents Alfred and Edna. The brothers, as mentioned, Graham, David, Neville, Bill and Steve. For him, initially it was about commercial fishing, building boats and fixing race cars. My brothers recall, a story of Nan receiving a call from Dad when he might have gone out to sea and saying they're going pretty well and he might stay out even longer. So I can only imagine what it would have been like at that time. Mum, Janet and Dad were married in 1971 and their family started with my eldest brother Darren. And for quick context, Dad was 37 and Mum was 35 when I was born, and I'm third eldest. Dad and Mum were 46 and 44 when my youngest sister and brother, the twins, were born. So it's such obviously a long span of time, and I think there's some key elements that will be shared throughout all of that period of time, such as resilience, drive, excellence, striving to improve skills, some of the Dad's qualities that I think have followed through each of us. Hi everyone. As Dill mentioned, we're just going to share a few memories from other members of our family who may not stand up today. So I want to share something that Christy, his youngest daughter, has shared. Some of my very first memories in life of my brother and I simultaneously hanging off Dad's arms, him lifting us up and down, and me being convinced that he was the strongest person in the world. I see him towering above me in the mall at Christmas time, sporting a red t-shirt, glasses, curly white beard, as if Santa Claus himself were walking amongst us. He'd drive us around every Christmas Eve to see the lights too, even though we were often squabbling in the back, and as he threatened to turn the car around. There were lots of things he didn't agree with, like all the animals we brought home. But he'd often just go along with it, and soon enough we'd find him reclining in his chair with a cat curled up on his lap. For me, the memory of him that will endure the most of all is the example of what he is to be hard-working, to show up, to keep going. And to provide for the people around you, no matter what. This work ethic is what I admire the most in him, and I'm grateful for the resilience and fortitude he showed in the face of the life that often wasn't easy. From Christie's words, she touches on a lot of things. There's tolerance, perseverance, elements of stubbornness too. I think we all noticed that over the time. Between myself and Christy, it was nearly 20 years apart, so we both had different childhoods, I guess you could say. But I think all of our siblings in between have very, very similar feelings. With Dad, no matter what questions we were annoying him with, guaranteed he had an answer. Anything new we wanted to try, he already had experience of it. He had stories, and he would share them plenty. Through our eyes growing up, he could do no wrong. One of my earliest memories was back in Smithton, driving with him in our old Holden. It had to be Holden. Up front on the bench seat with him, proud as punch. Seatbelts back then, of course, were optional. And I think we were going home, I'm not sure. I could only see the glove box, I wasn't that big. All of a sudden, braking. Braking hard. Crash noise. And there I am on the floor. Vinyl seats back then didn't have much grip. It was only a minor accident, nothing major. I think he'd just forgotten to give way when he should have. But no, that wasn't the case. Later on it was, the other guy, he's slowing down. He didn't indicate it was his fault. No, it wasn't. I think we knew though that he couldn't have been it, but that's fine. He couldn't be wrong for us. We tested his patience often, I think. The time that I wasn't old enough to get my licence, but nearly there. Many times I'd asked him to give the keys to the car, just to move it around the driveway. It was an great old combi van. And he just had it painted. And the one time I asked him, I didn't get an answer. It's close enough to a yes, I'm pretty sure. Grabbed the keys out the driveway, moved on the lawn, crashed it into the front fence. And he just had it painted. He was disappointed, but that's how it goes. He was forgiving. He didn't mind. Later on in life, though, things changed a little bit. And we'll talk about this a lot more later with some of the things that happened. I remember late 90s, early 2000. I'd moved out of the house. I get a random text message. I couldn't understand it. Actually, it was 6 text messages all the same. But it did mention Dad. I give him a call. And yeah, he bought himself a mobile. It just out of the blue. Give him a call and he's like, well, I don't know anything about it. How do I make it louder or brighter, or I can't see things? How do I make it bigger? So he's got all these questions, and this is just a reverse of what would happen when we were younger. All of a sudden, Dad's asking questions. We're able to help him. I remember his work, even as a taxi driver. He say that he was quiet and reserved and to himself. But I think part of his taxi driving later in life is his social aspect. He came out. He just loved it. Getting to speak to everybody. He had great memories of us. So we have early memories of him as a protector and a provider. Sometimes stringent and strict with his rules. But he cared so much and shared everything. And as I say, recently we could see elements of him just being open. He still wanted to learn and understand things. He even asked for assistance. His vulnerable side was a positive change in him. I will never forget. So as I said, we did go around the family and ask for little points and little memories that they had. I could just go through a few. I think there were some themes that come through. His knowledge, industrious ability to explain things. We've talked about that. He had an eye and a feel for quality. Every time. Timber was a strong thing, whether it's in his boats or building other things in the house. Always part of his life. Dion remembers the smell of blackwood in the shed all the time. Just his favourite work. And as I said, he was always supporting others in their interests. He gave up everything just to help us. He did a lot for Jared and Kylie. You remember the pet canary they'd had, brought home. He'd help them make the grave for it. Taking Kylie around to second-hand shops for knickknacks all the time, whatever she wanted to buy, all sorts of classes, even if you didn't want to, no problem at all. Kylie remembers buying him, as a reward, a sausage roll with Coke every Tuesday, just to help him from driving home and not falling asleep. I think we all remember bickering with Mum over the TV and then falling asleep and losing the argument anyway. And Jared and Kylie would help him fix his phone. I knew they'd come from somewhere. He seemed to be happy with that assistance, so it was good.
Well, just some more details about his work in the sawmills, and starting with Britain's sawmill in Smithton. He moved to, well, they moved to Devonport, of course, and then it was Guns at Hillcrest, I think, was the sawmill. And then on to Riversdale, along the river's edge. I was fortunate enough to work my first job at Neville Smith Sawmill in Launceston, where he was at the time. So I could see firsthand his excellence and his standard in that work and just how hard it was. But he was extremely supportive through that time. That love of timber has always been a passion, as Darren had mentioned. Some of the early memories again around the wooden boats, working with Hardy's Fishing, Mum mentioned. The name of the boat, maybe Dean remembers, or Darren.
Genderdine, yeah.
Genderdine. The first built boat.
Yeah, at the time. It was, I think there was only myself and Dean, and we named it after Janet, Darren and Dean, of course. And I remember him building that boat in the yard. I think he was working on it. He built it.
In later years, talking with Jared and Kylie, mentioning that in Melbourne, when they lived there, and taking them to Listerfield Lake, to go fishing, and then went for a swim a few times. So even later, still trying to get them out, and will get us out and to experience things. We'll just bring Kylie up.
My name's Kylie Birtwistle. I don't know where I place in the family. Well, it's third youngest. Oh, sorry, I want to thank you, Dad. For being so selfless and helping us out. To provide a roof over our heads and go out of your way, as Darren and Dale said, to help us through various activities. He was a brilliant taxi driver. Sometimes he would give us free taxi rides to places and stuff if we were down the street. And every Tuesday, because he was getting so ill, I would help Mum out do the shopping, and before that I'd go get him a sausage roll and a Coke as a treat, I'd tell him for him to keep his energy up. Even though he asked me why on earth I'd give him that. And it's because of that, and because I love him. But I don't know what to do something special. I'm going to miss how Dad used to complain all the time to me and Mum of how long we take in the shopping centre or at the second-hand shops. And then we always say, oh, we're going to be there a few minutes, but we end up coming out half an hour later. Him bickering with Mum at the TV every time she wants to watch something. He's always wanting to watch the football, but she always wants to watch Britain's Got Talent, and they always fight. His weird sense of humour. He can walk around the house and you can't hear him come down the hallway, so sometimes when he comes around the corner I would jump and I'd scream, I'd go, ah! And then he mimics that back at me. And I used to get around with shorts and a pair of boxer shorts, and I always used to go cook at him, so did Mum, because it's cold outside and everything else. When we were younger, including when I was in my young adulthood, He would always used to give us a $10 or $20 note if we were broke or if we needed money. About a month ago, I wanted to go to the beach because my depression was very bad and I needed to get out of the house, so he took me there. And although he didn't get out of the car, I really treasured that moment because I was able to breathe out onto the beach. And I wanted him there. I knew he wasn't well. He wouldn't get out of the car because he couldn't hardly walk that much. Even to this day, if Mum asked him to get a loaf of bread or if I need something, he'd go out and get it, even though I tell him that I'd go and pay for it myself because I've got my own money and stuff, he'd still do it. I have various pets. We also have these green leaf eaters at home that were for like a prime minister I had, and she unfortunately died, but I still had them and they were all over the roof, and then you always got to cook at them. It was like, why do you have these things all around the place? And then I knew he thought it was funny, and I knew that. He also helped Mum he built Mum a ramp to help her. He did various things still in his later life. He stored at one of those helping things to get up on on the toilet or the stairs, things like that. I wish I had the chance to hold his warm hand and say thank you, Dad, for what you have done for us. And to give him more than what I had given him so that I could at least take him somewhere or do something. But I didn't get the chance to. Instead, I'm holding his cold hand and I'm saying thank you to the lifeless body that just lays there. I want to give him a hug, but all I feel is just the coldness. The hallways are empty. It's cold at home. Yes.
So, Dad's legacy is one of love, kindness and inspiration. He's left a mark on all our hearts. His memory continues to guide us in our daily lives. We hope that our stories and experiences resonate with everyone in your own stories and experiences or memories of Dad. We say our goodbyes today. And his spirit will live on with us. We hope he rests in peace. We hope this helps with everyone farewelling Dad. Thank you, everyone.
Well done to you all. It's very hard and very brave to be able to come forward and share all of your stories and memories. Your words have painted a beautiful picture of who Neville was and the impact that he had on so many. And now, as we take a quiet moment together, we invite you to watch a photo montage, a journey through Neville's life in pictures. These are moments that capture his spirit, his passions, and the love he gave so freely to those around him.
It's not far down to paradise, at least it's not for me. And if the wind is right, you can sail away and find tranquility. Oh, the canvas can do miracles, just you wait and see. Believe me, it's not far to Neverland. Reason to pretend, and if the wind is right, you can find the joy of innocence again. Oh, the canvas can do miracles, just you wait and see. Believe me. Sailing takes me away to where I've always heard it. Caught up in the reverie, every word is a symphony. Won't you believe me? Sailing takes me away to where I've always heard it. Just a dream of the wind to carry me. Soon I will. Right, you can sail away and find serenity. Oh, the canvas can do miracles, just you wait and see. Then you believe me. Sailing takes me away to where I've always heard it can be.
Thank you for sharing those precious memories with us all. Neville lived a full and meaningful life. He leaves behind more than just the boats he built or the miles he travelled. He leaves behind people shaped by his love. lives steadied by his presence, and a family grounded by his example. Though he has set sail on his final journey, his course remains with you. His values, his passions, his stories, they will endure. As we prepare to say goodbye, let us carry forward what he gave us: strength, humility, craftsmanship and love. Let us reflect not just on the sadness of our loss, but on the gratitude we feel for having known Neville. And now, though Neville's journey in this world has come to an end, the memories we hold are lasting. They are stitched into the fabric of our lives, shaping who we are and how we love. Let us go forward carrying Neville's memory gently, living in ways that would make him proud and finding comfort in each other. I'd like to just quickly take this moment to extend the invitation from the family to gather next door in the cafe to share some more memories and more stories after we have escorted Neville to the carriage. I'll now share another poem. This one is titled Neville's Roads. He shaped both timber and the road with steady hands that bore a load. A craftsman first in wood and grain, he carved out beauty, strength from strain. And later, with the wheel in hand, he learned the city's quiet demands. A taxi man from dusk till day, he knew the lanes, he knew the way. But more than tools or taxi keys, he built a life through love and ease. A husband true through thick and thin, a life with her through loss and win. 8 children called him Dad with pride. He walked with each, stood by their side. And grandkids too now hold his name in hearts that shine like candle flame. He wasn't loud, he didn't boast, but gave the ones he loved the most. A quiet joke, a guiding hand. He built a home, not just a plan. Though Neville's seat now lies unfilled, his journey's done, his work fulfilled. Yet in each tale, each grain, each ride, his spirit's there just by our side. So here's to Nev, who shaped and steered through timber, tears and roads unclear. May peace now greet him, kind and wide, a gentle road, no need to guide. We now come to the final moments of Neville's farewell. If you are able to, please stand as we say our final goodbyes. Here, in this quiet space, we commit the body of Neville George Birtwistle to be cremated. In this act, we let go with love, we honour Neville's life, we acknowledge our sorrow, but also our deep gratitude for the time we shared. Neville, may you now be at peace. You will not be forgotten. You live on in the stories we tell, in the lives you touched, and in the love that remains. You are deeply loved. You will be deeply missed. Go gently. Fair winds, Neville.
I am sailing home again, across the sea. I am sailing.